Azu here! Hey guys, for those of you who are new here, I'm Azu no Yuki. I'm a cosplayer and I like to make things. This year for Halloween, I made Obito's mask from Naruto, and I think I have a really unique way of making it. I use super inexpensive products and quite a bit of time. If you guys want to learn how to make more cosplay items, hit the subscribe button and leave a comment below for what you'd like to see next. First, you're gonna need a mask. You can get these from your local craft store, the Dollar Tree, or even a pack of them on Amazon. Right now, I'm just cutting out the circle for where Obito's eye should be, and also using EVA foam to cover any other holes so that nothing will fall through and it'll be really secure. And this doesn't have to be a perfect job, you just want to make sure that they're fully covered to make sure that nothing will fall through your mask when we add the rest of the pieces on top. Next, you want to take some EVA foam clay, it's only $12 to $13 online, and roll them out into logs. Make sure they're kind of thick and also that you taper off the edges and make them into a point. This will be super important for assembling it later on. You'll want to make 6 to 12 of these logs depending on how big or small you rolled them out to be. EVA foam clay is also super forgiving, so if you mess up, just mash them back into a ball and start again. Now, when it comes to EVA foam clay, I discovered that by adding a little bit of the pieces to your base does wonders. It helps your foam stick better without any air pockets or the risk of them falling off. To place the logs onto your mask, simply follow along with the video if you're having trouble placing them properly. But essentially, we're just going to be placing them in a spiral pattern as seen in the video. Don't worry about going super fast at this stage. A good base makes for a good cosplay prop, and if you need to, pause or rewind this video to make your mask to your standard of perfection. We're going to keep repeating this process until we've fully covered the mask with EVA foam logs, and then we'll go back in and cover any small gaps with it. That's the good thing about EVA foam clay. It helps smooth out any rough or unfinished edges that you may have in your prop. Again, if you need to, rewind or pause this video to place your logs properly. But in the meantime, I'm going to be giving some tips on how I learned how to work with EVA foam clay better. And honestly, for me, it was a lot of trial and error. I think this time that I recorded this video, it was my 4th time trying to place these logs properly until I finally got them down pat, which is why I have a very extensive process on how to lay them out. I don't want you guys to struggle with this. I want it to be as painless and as easy as possible for you to replicate this product and make your own mask. So one thing I learned about EVA foam clay is that while it is super forgiving, it can only forgive you so much before it starts to give out. And by this, I mean that your EVA foam clay will start to dry out a little bit the more that you work with it. To prevent it from drying out fully and making it crack or making it unable to be used, all you have to do is take a little spray bottle or even just flick your hands with a little bit of water, and this will help rehydrate your foam clay and allow you to work with it again. Once you spritz it, you can mash it back into a ball, you can roll it back into itself, smooth it out, and this will help rehydrate your clay. Water also helps you smooth out any rough or unfinished edges in your EVA foam clay before it dries. And this is super important. As you can see in my mask right now, there's a lot of rough and bumpy edges, and all you have to do is take a little bit of water on your finger and rub it back and forth until you smooth out all of those rough edges, and it'll help create a really smooth appearance. Sadly, this video is coming to an end, so if you want to learn how to work with EVA foam clay more, leave your questions in the comments and I'll answer them as best as I can. Here is the finished mask. All we are is adding a little bit more EVA foam clay to cover up those gaps. This is the end of part 1 Obito's mask. I hope that you'll stick around for part 2 where we show you how to paint it and stain it properly. Last year, I made Tomie's mask from Junji Ito. This year, I made Obito's mask from Naruto. What would you like to see next year? Leave your comments below. Also, for those of you asking if I make custom masks, I actually have an online shop called The Anime Vault Official. And if you guys would like to see all of the cosplay items I have listed, definitely check them out. It will be linked below. Azu out!